All right, what is up? We are live. Poll question is up, of course. Who are your picks to win this race? These are the MGM odds. Ryan Blaney at plus 450, Denny Hamlin also plus 450, Christopher Bell plus 500, and Kyle Larson plus 550. As it stands right now, 50% are going with C. Bell, 25 apiece for Blaney and Larson. Speaking of which, we'll do the starting lineup, and then we will do the statistics and then the odds. So Ryan Blaney got your poll. Josh Berry, a much-needed second place. This is a home track for him. He is Tennessee man, so never count out the hometown guy in any of these races. Denny Hamlin rolls off third. Joey Logano fourth. Chase Elliott fifth. Chase Briscoe sixth. Michael McDowell rolls off seventh. He's had speed all year. Don't sleep on Michael McDowell. William Byron eighth. Bubba Wallace ninth. Kyle Larson sort of blew it in the round of 10 qualifying. He rolls off 10th, but I think he's got a really fast race car as well. Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, Harrison Burton, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones round out your top 15. And then the rest of the field is going to be Zane Smith, Brad Keselowski, Corey LaJoie, Ty Gibbs, Daniel Hemrick, Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, Tyler Reddick, Todd Gilliland, Ryan Preece, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse, Jr., Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, Kaz Gralla, Chris Buescher, and Carson Hocevar, and Ross Chastain is going to be the last one on the lineup. I think he's still got to be a favorite, even though he's starting at the tail end of the field. And let's go over here to the stats and talk about why. With a best average finish of 2.7, and he's got a really fast car here today, Kyle Larson leads the way in average finish. William Byron there is the second best with a 5.0, even though he's led 0 laps here. We're going to get into the laps led here in just a second, though, so we'll wait for that. Denny Hamlin here, average finish of 6.3. Brad Keselowski, 9.0. Chris Buescher, 9.3. Those are your top 5 in average finish. Then you've got Carson Hocevar in his one race finished 11th here last year. Chase Elliott with an average finish of 11.3. This is since 2021, by the way. Then Christopher Bell, Kevin Harvick not racing here, Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, Todd Gilliland, Cody Ware in his one start finished 17th. So and then Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, and Chase Briscoe would round out your actual top 15 in average finish. One win apiece. Since 2021 is going to be Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, and then Kyle Larson. Top 5s with 3 is going to be Kyle Larson. So just leading heavy. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you Kyle Larson has probably the best numbers here, followed by Chris Buescher. So we're just going to skip over to laps led, and that's the one where Christopher Bell is going to be leading there at 330. Kyle Larson 229. So it's going to be a Kyle Larson according to the numbers. Kyle Larson, C. Bell showed. Denny Hamlin, you got to throw him in there. 207 laps led, average finish of 6.3. So those are looking like your favorites. Then, of course, like Chris Buescher and Chase Elliott, you got to throw them in there as well. But those are going to be your favorites. And I think some guys you could sort of might be like a sleeper pick or something like that. It might be like a Brad Keselowski. You got to throw him in there. Most certainly, who else will be a good sleeper? Michael McDowell would probably be a pretty good sleeper pick. Carson Hocevar, this might be the track where he punches it and gets it done. So we've got some good sleeper picks there. But, Ross Chastain with a 14.3 average finish, starting last. I expect him to work his way through the field. So whatever they had wrong with the car, I'm pretty sure they've got it figured out now. Let's look at the BetMGM odds here. Plus 450 for Hamlin and Blaney, 500 for Bell, 550 for Larson, 800 for Logano. Chase Elliott's at 1,100, 1,400 for William Byron. Kyle Busch also 1,400. So those are probably going to be everybody's favorites right there of the ones I just read off. But Brad Keselowski is an interesting one at 1,800 right here coming up next. Ty Gibbs, if they got the steering box or whatever figured out, plus 2,000. Bubba Wallace plus 2,000. He's pretty good at Bristol as well. Then you got Chase Briscoe at plus 2,000 and Martin Truex Jr. Plus 2,200. Don't sleep on Truex Jr. He's a good short track driver. So there you go. I think those are the interesting ones. Let's see who back here. Eric Jones at plus 8,000 would be a good if you want to take like just a super sleeper gamble or something like that. Suarez at 15,000. That's not a bad pick either. Let's see. Scroll on down here. I don't see any more real value picks, unless you're OJ and Toothpaste. 200,000 plus 200,000 for Kaz Grala. OJ's all over that. Like I can't get him to keep the money in the wallet on that particular one. So he's going to be your longest shot. Is Cat Kraz Kaz Grala if you're looking for that. All right, let's jump into the chat and see what you guys want to talk about. Happy St. Patrick's Day, says In Between Lanes. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all yesterday. And if you're still celebrating today, keep the party going. Kyle Busch will win his next 2 remaining truck races. Almost won it last night. Yeah, that caution at the end of the truck race. Man, if that caution hadn't come out, I think we'd get an even more exciting finish because it was going to be like 3 ways for the lead. I feel like Matt Crafton had a long run truck, so I think it was going to get super interesting. But we got the finish we got. Kyle Busch still made it interesting, but man, if Stuart Friesen and Sanchez hadn't gotten that wreck, I think it would have been a good one. BB, I think you missed 2 heavy hitters for the Bet MGM odds on the poll. Kaz Grala and Justin. Hey, Justin Haley's plus 100,000. So there you go. There's your two long shots there. OJ and Toothpaste. Earth 2 Stone Cold Lead Pipe Locks. Hey y'all, 2 spinal surgeries last week. Back and listening. Hey Brickyard man, hope you're doing good. Hope you recover from them as fast as possible. Hate to hear that you had to have the surgery, but glad you had it and you're out, and hopefully you heal up as fast as possible, my friend. Thoughts and prayers and all the good vibes, or however people communicate, stuff like that. So we're sending them all your way, my friend. Mike G, hello. What's up, Mike G? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and good luck at Bristol. Yep, I hope everybody's driver has a good run here. I hope Austin Dillon makes it past lap 10 without getting into somebody else's nonsense. I do think there's going to be a lot of wrecks here. So I do think attrition is going to be a big factor in this. I'm happy NASCAR is back on concrete. I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people that want a dirt race, they just don't want it at Bristol. So the NASCAR fan is hard to please. We know this, right? But we want a real dirt race. We do want a dirt race. We just want a real one at a real dirt track. Let's see. BB, is that a new hat? Looks fresh as the mountains of Bush. No, I've had this one. I've had this one for a little while here. You can actually see like the sweat stain right there. But yeah, I've had this one for a little while. Kind of turned into a work hat, but this was Kevin Harvick last year. Let's see. Glock, what's up, my friend? Good to see you as always. Let's see. Mike G, what's up, man? Finally, the Glock has come back to a live stream. Pulling the old finally. The Glock has come back to a live stream. Now, let me read it right for you there, Glock. Let's see. Happy St. Patrick's Day, William Wagaman. Did William Byron break up with Aaron Blaney? I don't think so. I think they were engaged. I hope they didn't break up because I feel like they were engaged. Maybe you're breaking some news here, OJ. Let me know something. What did you see? Let's see. It's 9 a.m. here. I think it's too early to start drinking. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning, Glock. Drink responsibly. That's a joke. Leon's Automotive, Corey ran great last year. I think Spire can nab 2 top 10s today. Corey runs good here. Carson Hocevar runs good here. Zane Smith's the wild card. At some point, I feel like Zane Smith is going to break out. Same thing with Josh Berry. At some point, he's going to break out, but I feel like it takes him quite a few races with this new car. Kevin Harvick's even said it's like, 99 races before some of these guys get a handle of this particular new car. He said when he was talking about Ty Gibbs, he said Ty Gibbs is ahead of that curve. Obviously, Ty Gibbs has a few more resources than normal people, so I would expect him to be ahead of the curve. But I'm not downgrading Ty Gibbs. I think that guy works really hard to be as good as he is. So I'm just saying he's got a little bit. He was born into a racing family. You know, he's got a few legs up on us, but he's definitely a good race car driver. And I'm with Kevin Harvick. I'm big on Ty Gibbs. I think he's going to be really good. And the people that don't like his personality, just remember he's only like 19 or 20. He'll round into it. Don't worry about it. I think Spire 771 and 77 will all finish in the top 5 today, says OJ Toothpaste. Hey, there you go. There you go. Bold prediction. Not sure if he's talking about Earth 1 or Earth 2, but we'll have to find out. What's up, Samuel? Hope you're doing good as well, my friend. Trackhouse fan from Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about with Trackhouse and Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez. It's kind of a home race for them as well because they're based in Nashville. So don't sleep on Trackhouse getting the win here today. Formerly a Texan, so I like Buescher too. Hey, you're sitting with some pretty good picks there, Lat 2020. I like your picks there, and I like the rationale behind it. Never sleep on the hometown guys or the hometown team in that particular case. We've got a channel member at the track today, Jacinto, known as Quattro. I think his screen name is Quattro. So yeah, Quattro is at the track. He is in the Busch Light section, and that is actually what the Busch hat is all about. We got Quattro on the scene, and he's going to be in the Busch Light section. He's sitting in the petty row, but he's got Busch Light fan experience access. So I didn't have a Ross Chastain Busch hat, so this is the best I can do. Short notice. Chris Buescher had a bad qualifying lap. Hope he does well. I think he'll do fine. This is not a track I'm super concerned about qualifying at, because about 30 laps into a run, your tires are going to do what your tires are going to do, and there's going to be comers and goers. The greatest thing about Bristol is the concrete and the banking. No matter what they do to it, it's usually a decent race. Question, why go all the way out west, then come back here, then go all the way back out west? Why didn't they just go right to Texas after Phoenix? Kind of stupid. I think coming back all the way. So, yeah, not only that, you could do Austin and you could do Texas, and then you've got basically two Virginia races, right? And then you've got a Texas race and a Texas race. So it's super weird. You've got Austin, then you've got Richmond, then Martinsville, then you go back out to Texas. I would have liked to seen Texas and Texas, and then Virginia. That logistically to me makes more sense. But then again, it's NASCAR. It doesn't have to make sense. Chastain is always a wild card. LOL, says that for sure. He's going to give it his best either way. Like he's got no quit in him, regardless of what the car is doing. At Bristol, how do you stay on the lead lap and keep your car clean? Start in the front and keep it there. That's all I got to say. Stout car today, says Jenna Allison. Yeah, I like Rowdy's odds as well. So don't sleep on Rowdy. He knows how to get around this track. Shameless plug for Baloney Burger Discord channel. Oh, yeah, so check out the Discord channel. Glock has it in the chat. Yesterday was Austin 316 day for sure. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah, says in between the lanes. Poor Austin Dillon says, yeah. Can we please let Austin Dillon make it past lap 10 today? Please, without getting in somebody else's wreck. Let's see. Austin Cindric too. Austin Cindric had been off to a good start, but then he finished dead last. I was starting to feel good about Cindric. I was like, Cindric's finally out of the slump, but then he finished dead last race. I was like, dang, he might still have the bad luck. Let's see. William Wagaman, we're pushing to 20K. All right, there we go. We're going to push to 20K. I appreciate you guys for getting me to 11K. That was unexpected. I just kind of woke up and saw that, and I was like, oh my goodness. So that was cool. I appreciate you guys. Track looks really loose this weekend. I think it's going to be a good race. I'm betting Stuart Haas breaks into the victory lane here today, says TJ. They've got some good. I'll tell you what, those Fords in qualifying, at least in practice, those Fords look really good. I will have to say that. Let's see. BB, are you mad about? In between lanes saying Glock. That's right. BB, are you mad about not going back to dirt today? Are you happy with the concrete? I'm happy with Bristol being Bristol. And if we go to a dirt track, which I do want a dirt race, I want it to be in an actual dirt track. Like the dirt fans deserve that, and it's just going to put on a better show if it's at an actual dirt track. So I do miss the dirt, but I don't miss Bristol being dirt. So sort of splitting the difference there. I want to see 100, says William Wagaman. Take a black marker and put ER on the end of Busch. It's a Buescher hat, says Lat. I tell you what, I've got to buy all. I had a bunch of Roush stuff. Now I've got to buy. I don't have any RFK Fin. What is it now? Is it RFK Fenway? I don't have any. No, it's just RFK, right? I don't have any RFK stuff. That was the point of that. So I'm gonna have to get some RFK stuff. I don't have the rebrand. Did FS1 show the Sanchez Friesen fight on TV? I saw it on Instagram. I don't know if I saw it on FS1. So I didn't catch that. I also didn't catch what happened to Kyle Busch on that second qualifying lap because they decided to show Richard Childress. Fox had one car on the track and couldn't even show it. I lost my ever-loving mind about that. Fox's camera work couldn't possibly get any worse. I think you could put a 5-year-old up there and have somebody with less ADD working the camera than Fox does. Matt Crafton made it interesting between Kyle Busch and Christian Eckes last night. Yeah, for sure. Like if it wasn't for that caution between Sanchez and Friesen, I think we had a all-time finish on our building up on our way. BB, is Ollie Behrman going to get a full-time F1 ride soon? I have no clue. F1 is so political. I I don't know. Howdy from Kazakhstan. I'm not even sure who Ollie Behrman is, to be totally honest with you. Howdy from Kazakhstan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'll give Austin Dillon some luck since I'm part Irish. The Currans, says Robin Marks. There you go. Well, if you're Irish, that means you got some Viking in you. I would imagine some portion of Viking in you. Let's see. Matt Crafton showing that. So happy St. Patrick's Day, and to all the drivers with any Irish in them, don't bet against them because it is luck of the Irish Day. Matt Crafton showing that old vets can still get it done. For sure. And that's what I'm saying. Don't sleep on Brad Keselowski. At some point, he's going to break through. He's got a good average finish here. His owner car won here last year. So we'll have to see what happens. In between the lanes, nope, says William Wagaman, made 2 sets of picks. My normal race picks and my backup set in case it's a complete crap show at Bristol. That's what I'm saying. I think there's going to be a lot of attrition. The way you saw the cars pushing up when people are trying to pass, I can see somebody easily getting taken out. Just like in the truck race, when Christian Eckes at the very beginning of the truck race tried to pass Kyle Busch, you saw him push up. So even in the trucks. So I think we're going to see some live action here at Bristol. Logano is going to put John Hunter Nemechek right. Oh, there's no doubt about it, Bruce Reed. I agree with you. I think at some point there's going to be some combination of Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, and John Hunter Nemechek. Those 3 guys at some point are it's going to be like a triple threat match, like I was saying. I think at some point those guys, they might not wreck each other, but there's going to be some aggressive nose to bumper. There you go. That's a T-shirt right there. Aggressive nose to bumper. Let's see. Those red and white walls look nostalgic. Yeah, I like the red and white. Jenna Allison going with Rowdy all the way. I think Rowdy's a good pick too. I don't think there's like a good handful of good picks here. So it's going to be wild to see who wins this one. Glock saying, what's up to Mar Barnum? Okay. William Wagaman says in between the lanes. Going with Blaney, Busher, Keselowski, Elliott, Gilliland, Josh Berry as the garage picks, says Bumblebee. I like them. Those are all solid picks. Like I said, Josh Berry, the hometown kid. This might be if you need a start to burn with somebody or to save a start for somebody else, Josh Berry might be the pick to plug in there. We'll have to see how it plays out. Apparently, Rowdy made an appearance on the Pat McAfee show this week. I am actually going to make an episode about that in between the lanes. I just got to figure out how to maximize not pissing off all of the F1 fans. BB, will Josh Berry win today and celebrate with an ice cold Sunny D hard seltzer? I hope so. I hope he cracks him over his head like Stone Cold Steve Austin if he wins, of course. Even if he finishes last, I hope he does the same thing. Quattro putting picks from the Busch fan zone. He does like to drink. I can tell you that from firsthand experience and knowledge. So he's not afraid to throw one down. Putting picks up from the Busch fan zone and track our Discord server. Hey, so there you go. Quattro. What's up, Quattro? There he is. So yeah, we got the Busch hat on for Quattro. Quattro, have fun, dude. Nice picks with Ross. Hey, he's already got the picks up with Ross. That's what's up. I hadn't jumped on the Discord server yet, but I will be on there as soon as we sign off here. I appreciate you too, BB. I appreciate you too, Jen Allison. 13-1. Trucks not running any better than they did with Deegan in them. Hey, that's pretty much a fair statement, but you know what? I'm going to stay away from that because anytime I talk about Haley Deegan, people just go crazy. So it is what it is. Nothing beats going on and I was really surprised because they've got some legitimately good drivers in there now too. Like you people can sit there and say what they want to about Haley Deegan. I know the drivers that are sitting in those trucks now are good drivers. So they can't do anything better with them than she was doing. Could it be the truck? Nothing beats going to a NASCAR race. It's like a drug, says Glocopus. It's one of the funnest things, man. I'll tell you what, it's like a carnival of speed. Glocopus, yeah, it was like that with my first race, says Mike G. Did you watch qualifying? It was crazy slick. What do you think about the stuff on the track? I feel like they missed it with the resin or whatever. I think the resin is not going to be very effective. And I think unless it activates, sometimes it activates like halfway through. So either way, I think we're going to finish the race with two grooves, one on the top and one sort of in the middle. I don't think the bottom lane is going to be where it's at. At least we didn't have to listen to Jamie Little last night in the booth, says Mark Barnum. I don't mind Jamie Little. I think she gets better as time goes on. Is she the best I've ever heard? Nope, but nobody was the best when they first started. So I think she'll keep working on it. But I think as far as pit row reporter, I don't think there's anyone better. Dale Jr. would be the best cameraman on the planet, says Baron Von Weiss. I'm with you, Baron. I agree 100%. And Kevin Harvick he mildly, this was sort of a subtle thing, but he mildly called out the Fox camera work. He said, even though you didn't see it on TV, Kyle Busch just had a moment. I was like, that was properly done. Kevin Harvick. You threw shade, but you did it in a professional manner. You were letting them know that they're doing trash camera work, as always. Jamie Little is very good. Leave her alone. She's the best damn reporter out there, says William Wagaman. Yeah, I think she's very good, too. She has criticized herself for her booth work as well, so I think she knows what she's doing. She'll keep working and get better. So I think Jamie Little will be fine the longer it goes on here. HMS Sucks says like this, and just to be totally honest with you, I really don't care who's in the booth. It has never really affected me. If I super duper hate it, I'll just flip on, MRN and listen to MRN while the TV's going. Kyle Busch got his 200th win at Auto Club 6 years ago today. Says in between the lanes. So there you go. 200 wins was 6 years ago. That's crazy. It seems like yesterday. William, she is good in the pits, not so much in the booth. Best possible race car driver, Shrek, Bobby Hill, Mike Davis, or Donald Duck? That's a good question. Bobby Hill and Shrek are probably too passive-aggressive. They don't have enough meanness in them to be a good race car driver. Mike Davis, I feel like he's nice, but I feel like he's got that meanness in him. Like, I feel like when he put the helmet on, he would be like a demon. And Donald Duck gets fired up. Donald Duck, though, I feel like might be like a Robbie Gordon. Like, his temper might be too short. So I'm actually going to go with Mike Davis here. I'm going with Mike Davis. Of these four, Mike Davis is going to be the better race car driver. Hands down, 100%. Donald Duck's going to be second. And then I would put Shrek and Bobby Hill fourth, because Bobby Hill, he just don't have that dog in him, man. He's not that guy. So let's see. I would love for my brother's driver Keselowski to win before my bro goes to heaven. I hate to hear that about your bro. Hope he hangs in there as long as possible and beats whatever he's going through. But we're with you. We hope Keselowski can get a win for him as well. And we got you in our thoughts and prayers as well, Gina. That's tough. I hate that for you. Nothing quite like that. Leon's Automotive, dang it, Bobby, says in between the lanes. She is a hell of a lot better than Daniel Suarez was, says William Wagaman. Yeah, nice red and white walls. Just need Winston Cup script logos. I just don't think that you can put that on TV anymore. I think that's the big reason Winston left anyway, if I remember correctly. BB, what NASCAR track has the best and worst food? Oh, that's a good question. Best food. I liked Phoenix's food, but it could be because I'm not used to the West Coast. But Phoenix had a lot of stuff that I wasn't used to. So I guess if you're coming to the East Coast, maybe we would have food. I guess it depends on stuff like that. You know what I mean? So far, Phoenix has been pretty outstanding. Daytona for the 24 hours was pretty outstanding because they had like a food. You could add like a food option to your ticket, and so they had some pretty cool stuff over there for that as well. So those would probably be the two just that jumps off the top of my head. As far as short tracks go, Bologna Burgers are where it's at, and South Boston has a pretty good one. Ace Speedway has a really good one. Orange County has a pretty good one on the infield. I don't know about up in the stands, so I don't know. I will have a blast, have fun with the stream, and hope it's great. I'll check you in with the Discord later. Appreciate you, Quattro. I hope you have a good time, man. Looks like you're already having a good time. Did you see Pippo Durrani flip at Sebring? I didn't know that was who was driving the car. He hit the tires in about full speed and rolled over. I saw that. That was a crazy wreck. Apparently they lost all their sense at the end of the Sebring race. Apparently there was a lot of aggressive moves there in that one. Glad he's okay. Let's see. Hope y'all. Hi y'all from North Idaho. What's up, Cassandra? What's up, North Idaho? Andretti team ended up winning, by the way. Says Bumblebee. I saw that flip. Says in between the lanes. Mark Barnum saying what's up to Cassandra. MRN has so many commercials. Says OJ and toothpaste. I mean, so does the TV though. I feel like I watched some of the Sebring race, but I missed that flip. BB, your buddy Scott Dixon was running at Sebring yesterday. I forgot to mention that last live stream. Yeah, he does a lot of sports car work. So he's in, and he's usually pretty good at it. They used to have him as the closer. Then the race, the Daytona 24 hours that he won, he was set up to be the closer. But Kobayashi was doing such a good job that they put Kobayashi in and let Kobayashi close that one out. The year he won the overall, if I remember correctly. Old McDonald streams races with the radio on. I like the radio. They don't call. Jay King says, buddy. They don't have to worry about the camera and can call out battles anywhere on the track. for sure. That's a big advantage to radio too. By the way, I saw a video that implied Dale Jr. is going to try to resurrect DEI racing. I don't know about that one. That'd be a lot of naming rights that I don't know if Teresa would sign that over. Boomhauer is joining the booth today for Bristol, but maybe they have worked something out. I don't know. Boomhauer is joining the booth for Bristol today. That would be pretty cool. Rest in no, that was Dale Gribble. Rest in peace to the voice actor for Dale Gribble. Why does Donald Duck wear no pants? He puts a towel on after the shower. Deep thoughts, says Jenna Allison. I don't know. We'll just go there. Maybe it's cold when he gets out of the shower, and the rest of the time he's hot. I don't know. Let's see. BB, thoughts on Lee Diffie. Sorry about spelling. Yeah, I can't spell his name either. Joining the NBC booth after the Olympic break. Not sure if you made a video on that yet. I've talked about it. I don't think I've talked about it on a video. I think I might have talked about it on a live stream. But I have no problem with Lee Diffie. Lee Diffie sliding in there. You got to get somebody. And Lee Diffie is one of the best of the best. So I think he'll be fine. I know some people are mad that he's not an American, but we've had David Hobbs. I thought David Hobbs was one of the better commentators we've ever had. So I don't know. Some people are upset that he's not American, and that's the only real criticism I've heard about Lee Diffie. So, like, if that's the only criticism, that's fairly weak criticism. So, like, if that's all you got, that's all you got. Fox needs to get Eli Gold in the booth to replace Mike Joy. Eli Gold's the man. I think he's locked in with Alabama football right now. Thank you, BB, for your kindness. Oh, no problem, Gina. Always doing whatever I can in those situations, which is nothing. But I mean, just know that we got your back, and those are terrible times for sure. Habaloni Burger, Mark, Bumblebee, Robin, OJ, Gina, and Dislike says Cassandra. What's up, Cassandra? Eli is gold, says Josh Strickland for sure. Howdy, North Idaho girl, says Gina. Gina just switched to Keselowski to root for today. Go number 6, says Brickyard. So there you go. A lot of people got your back there, Gina. BB, what's better, Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's? I like Jersey Mike's better, but I'll go with Jimmy John's because they used to sponsor a race car. But so did Jersey Mike's back in the day, like way back in the day. So I don't know. I'll go Jersey Mike's. I like Jersey Mike's better. Hey, Jenna, prayers for you and your family, says Cassandra. Brickyard Brickhead, thank you. Eli is old now. He wouldn't take that job over Alabama football. That's true. 12 weekends a year or whatever versus 26. That's a different deal. Or what would it be? Not 26. 36 divided by 2. 1. 18. So there we go. Let's see. I guess it wouldn't be that much difference. 18 versus 12. Let's see. But you get more home games, so he doesn't have to leave for the home game. So yeah, Alabama the better job there. All right, enough calculating some job I'll never have. Hello, Cassandra, says OJ Two-Face. Love you, Gina. Prayers for your brother, says Bumblebee. For sure. Pit reporting by Foghorn Leghorn, says Leon's Automotive. That would be interesting. I say. We got a loose lug nut here on pit road. I like old Foghorn, man. He was the man back in the day. I'm waiting for Mad Brad to get out and flag around the track. Go Mad Brad. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen the Polish victory lap with the American flag for sure. BB, what a forecast for today. No rain, hopefully. I hope if it rains, it doesn't affect the start time. Let's see. Kevin Harvick eats at Jimmy John's and sometimes at Subway as well. Says in between the lanes for sure. He's got the sandwich game on lock. Cassandra and Bumblebee love, says Gina. I think BB should go into the booth, says Perry Earl. I don't know if how well that would go over, but it might be cool to do one time. That's not really my strong suit though. I don't think. I'll tell you somebody who's really good that they should put in the booth though. There's a guy that does the car store named Blake McCandless. He also does the stuff at Ace Speedway. That dude's good. I hope he gets up there one day. So we're pulling for Blake McCandless to get up to the Cup Series or Xfinity or trucks at one point because I think he's going to be really good. Mr. F for Speed, Sox and Martin. His granddad used to drag race. So if you remember Sox and Martin, his granddad was one of the drivers there. He was Mr. 4-Speed, I want to say. That was his nickname. Didn't Eli Gold do that show, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? That was Robin Leach. Robin Leach was Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I agree, Perry. BB and Kyle Petty to the booth. Oh, that would be epic. The Kyle and Kyle show. That's what we need. BB, Subway or Jersey Mike's. I still like Jersey Mike's over Subway, although Subway does have the better buffalo chicken sandwich, though. I will give them that. What was the deal with the guy driving backwards on the track trying to take out another guy at the Rattler? I don't know. I hadn't even seen that one yet, B. I'll have to check that one out. This is why I love Lee Pulliam did it one time in South Boston to it was either Philip Morris. I want to say it was Philip Morris. It was either Philip Morris or Peyton Sellers. I can't remember now. It's been so long ago. But yeah, Lee Pulliam got suspended a whole year for doing that one time. This is why I love NASCAR peeps, says Gina, and we love you back. I missed the actual accident, says B. I didn't see it either, but I'm sure there's a replay somewhere. BB, Donald Duck, Foghorn, and Ward Burton to the Fox booth. There we go. And Kyle Petty. We're gonna have a 5-man booth. We're gonna get Kyle Petty up there too. AJ Allmendinger eats at Jersey Mike's. I tell you what, man, they need a now that we got streaming, right? We need like an alternate stream because Amazon could have like two different streams up at the same time. Where you got the Manning cast. I want Kyle Petty and Dale Jarrett. I want their thoughts during the whole race. Like I need a Kyle Petty, Dale Jarrett cast over there on Amazon. I need them to go over there with Junior. Let's see. While Junior's doing his thing over here, you got Kyle Petty and Dale Jarrett over here. That's what I want to see. Because neither of them guys are going to answer to corporate entities. I'll tell you that right now. Dale Jarrett has too much money to be talking to corporate, and Kyle Petty just doesn't care. He gives no Fs. He ran out of Fs to give. I checked the radar. It looks clear, says Rob. Whether you agree with Kyle Petty's opinions or not, you got to admit the guy he puts out there what he's thinking. I checked the radar. It looks clear, says Robin Mark. So there you go. It looks like the weather is going to be clear for today. Who do you pick for the driver that finishes last today? Oh, Jamie Schweitzer. That's a spicy good question. Let's see here. I'm going to go with somebody starting in the back because I feel like they're going to get involved in something. Oh, damn it. Austin Dillon's back here. Law of averages. I'm not going to say Austin Dillon. I refuse. I will not. Alex Bowman would be another good candidate. That guy's got nothing but bad luck. But I'm going to say John Hunter Nemechek, starting 26th. He's made too many friends. I'm going to go John Hunter Nemechek finishes last year. His name is Lee Dippy. Keep it that way, just like Denny the Dork Hamster, says William Wagaman. I was in Bristol when it flooded several years ago. It was wild. I remember that. That was pretty crazy. It retained all the water. The drainage didn't work so good. NASCAR peeps. Justin Danger Nunnally. If you remember him, he's down there at Bristol this week as well. He's the and now you know or whatever. If you watch the guy on Instagram, if you saw him, you know who I'm talking about. NASCAR peeps are loyal to their drivers and compassionate to others, no matter what. Says Gina, for sure. I would 100% agree with that. There's no sport where when somebody's down, the whole community comes together. Like we'll pull against you on the racetrack, but when something bad happens, we rally around the family. Let's see. I haven't been to Jersey Mike's in a while. Says in between the lanes. I mean, everybody gets either the number 13 or the chicken. What is it? Chicken cheesesteak. That seems to be the most popular one I see when I go in there. BB, if you're in the booth, drink every time we hear. I don't know. Says Brickyard Brickhead. I don't know. Let's see. I'm picking Denny Hamlin as the last place finisher today, by the way. Blaney for the win. Blaney for the win is a pretty good pick. He's pretty good there. Denny as the last place finisher is good because this is typically a race where somebody really good gets taken out early. So I do like the pick of somebody really good getting taken out early. Kyle Petty likes to say, let me say this, and I'm going to say this. For sure. He definitely says that. And I like to say for sure. BB, would you like to have Nickelodeon stream too, like they do for the NFL Super Bowl with Shrek and Dobke doing the booth with Patrick and SpongeBob? Look, I'm all for it. I think the Patrick and SpongeBob booth is brilliant. Not only are you getting kids to watch, but you're getting adults that have the SpongeBob nostalgia to watch as well. So I'm all for it. I think it would be cool. And we've had SpongeBob in the sport before. I think Bubba Wallace drove a SpongeBob car in Xfinity, and we've had other SpongeBob cars when the SpongeBob movie came out. I can't remember exactly who drove that. Maybe it was Jimmy Johnson, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Heck yeah, Denny sucks, says Josh Strickland. Kaz Gralla to finish last, says Mark Barnum. So he's got Kaz finishing last. Top 5 long shots for Bristol. Ty Gibbs. I don't even think Ty Gibbs is a long shot, but I agree with you. He will probably have a good chance to finish the top 5. I like the Noah Gregson pick. Corey LaJoy. Those are good picks, Bubba. And the fans, says Leon's Automotive. I like all those picks. I think you're on the money. Any of those guys could easily get a top 5. Kyle Petty, says William Wagaman. So yeah, where's say Kyle, not Cal when you need him? Yeah, Cal Patty. BB, does Chipotle have the best guacamole? I would have to say they're probably pretty on point. Subway's doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. So yeah, I'd go Chipotle on that particular deal for sure. Jenna Allison saying Rowdy for life. You're talking Ronnie Sox, best 4-speed driver out there, says William Wagman. Ronnie Sox was up there, but look it up. Herb McCandless. He drove for Sox and Martin. They called him Mr. 4-speed. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I'll look it up for you. Yep. Herb McCandless, Mr. 4-speed. And we'll just go to the Dodge garage here. He's got a garage in Burlington, by the way, or a museum with a bunch of really awesome cars. I need to get out there and check that one out. I've been there. I need to go out there and film something, is what I should say. I've actually been there before. There you go. There's Herb McCandless. That's who I'm talking about. Let's see. And he is a Mopar man. Mopar man. One of the studios I used to work at was one of his old garages, and they had Mopar stickers slapped all over the support beams and stuff like that. Super cool story there. Let's see. Does Kyle Busch get a pit road penalty again today? I say at least one for Team Busch, says Jamie Schweitzer. I hope not. They switched around some more pit crews, so hopefully they get it figured out. What time is the green flag drop? 3:30 is when they start the coverage, so probably like 3:45 will be the green flag. Because 3:30 coverage means you got to do the national anthem and all that. So probably 3:45 is the green flag. BB, what's the best drink to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with? The one in your hand, OJ and Toothpaste. The one in your hand is always the answer. Don't drink the green beer unless you want the green teeth. Let's see. Brickyard Brickhead, seems like Josh Berry is about to hit a groove. I hope so. This is a track that might suit him because it's a short track, and he might be starting to get enough repetitions in this particular car to sort of figure it out. So we'll see what happens. Remember to hit the like button, everyone. Islanders-Rangers game at the Garden today. Hey, there you go. Hockey's starting to heat up as well. So let's see here. That looks like the end of it. I did want to run through the paint schemes because typically I get asked what my favorite paint schemes are. So let's just run through them real quick. Everybody's basically got listed here on the NASCAR, and I did post this in the chat, but I'll post it again. So if you guys want to follow along, you can follow along as well. I'm going to go through this, and then I'm going to hop off. So let's run through this real quick. There you go. If you want to follow along, this is where I'm pulling it from. First one up here, Ross Chastain. He's got the Busch Light with the fish on the side. That's a good-looking car. Then you got Austin Cindric, sort of the discount. Like that's a classic one he always runs. Breast Tree for Austin Dillon. We've seen that one a lot, but I do like the scheme. I wish this is the yellow that Mavis would use because it's a very similar green. So I think if Mavis used this darker yellow, the Mavis car would look better than it. I still think it looked good. Sunny D, always a classic for Josh Berry. Kyle Larson, classic there. So that's a good one. We're getting used to the King's Hawaiian. It's rapidly becoming a classic, but also always a good scheme for Brad Keselowski, driver of the number 6 King's Hawaiian Ford. Let's see. Corey LaJoy with the Gamebridge. That's a good looking scheme. I like the yellow and blue on top of that black. I think that looks really good, especially with the white number. Kyle Busch, I've already said earlier, I like this FICO car. I like the blue stripe on the side. It's got a very retro look to it, so I do like the FICO creditscore.com car for RCR there. Chase Elliott driving the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevy. That's the new scheme for this year, and I do think they did a good job with the new scheme. Noah Gregson going back to a scheme that he ran in Xfinity, and I love this scheme. I think it looks really good on the 10 car. for Stuart Haas Racing, the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats and ATVs and Ranger Boats Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Denny Hamlin, this is a good scheme. Express oil change, but it just always looks weird because it's not FedEx. Ryan Blaney with Dutch Boy on the hood, the Menards car, very familiar look. Chase Briscoe with the Mahindra tractors. I guess they didn't get the memo, but they've got dirt on the side of his car. So maybe they approved this before they knew Bristol was going away. Then Kaz Gralla here with the 15 N29. We've seen that one before. I do like the gold rims with that burgundy, though. I will say that. Then we've got the creme de la creme, the Tour de Force. The number 16, Mountain Dew Cheetos Chevrolet Camaro, driven by A.J. Allmendinger for Colleague Racing. That thing, that's a work of art. Just the sponsor combination alone, and Food City's on there too. So don't forget about Food City. The combination of that alone, that's chef's kiss, because Mountain Dew and Cheetos, that's where it's at. Build Submarines. I'm not in love with this particular paint scheme by Build Submarines, but sometimes they have good ones. So the Auto Owners Insurance, they've got sort of like a Tron look going on. I do like the number 19 of Martin Truex Jr. I think that's a really good looking Toyota Camry there. Christopherville Classic DeWalt. Dex 21, we've seen that one before. Classic 22 Shell Pennzoil. Lidos for Bubba Wallace, we've seen that one before, but Lidos always does a good job on their schemes. Classic for William Byron, the number 24 Liberty with the white flames. That's sort of a classic. That's not going anywhere. All of those good-looking schemes, by the way. Just they're classics, and we've seen them. Crackle, we've seen this one several times before, too, but always a good-looking scheme. I like the colors on it. It's becoming iconic with Michael McDowell, too, but the Love scheme has got to be one up there. 38 City Guard, we've seen that one. Or City Guard, we've seen that one before, too. 41 Haas, we've seen that. Monster, no one gets as uncreative as Monster, but it works. The matte black 45 Monster of Tyler Reddick, good-looking car. 47 Ballpark Buns and Rolls for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I kind of like this one. It's got the hot dog and the hamburger on the back of it, and you're at Bristol. It just it feels like it fits here, so I do like the 47 Ballpark Ally. They always do a good job with theirs. Ohanify. I'm not familiar with the sponsor, so I'm going to have to go check them out while the race is going on. But Justin Haley's number 51, Ohanify. I like the gold rims with the blue and the yellow. Good-looking car there. And, of course, Ty Gibbs. I said his car is very similar to Kyle Busch's. I like both of them. So the Ty Gibbs, number 54, Sirius XM Satellite Toyota Camry, looking good with some, who's that, Monster and Interstate on the back of it. And the 71 Focused Health of Zane Smith, it's all right. I'm not big on that one. 77 Gainsbridge. Wow, why do I always say Gainsbridge? Gainbridge, 77, just doesn't look as good. Doesn't look as good as Corey LaJoyce. I don't know why this one looks different. Maybe he's got something different. Oh, here we go. So that's why. So I take it back. It's for the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation. So I take it back. This car is gorgeous. Cal Ripken, cool guy. I like him. And Jockey doing a good job with Daniel Suarez. The Jockey, number 99, Jockey Outdoors. Bassmaster Classic Chevrolet. That's a good looking. He's got Luke Bryant sponsoring him as well. So good looking car for Daniel Suarez. All right, that's the end of it. Catch the last tier comments. I'm just gonna jump up. I hope AJ's car is a diecast. I bet Denny is going to wreck or spin this week, says Benjamin Lewis. Favorite car, Bobby Labonte, green Interstate battery with the lightning bolts. I like the old Dale Jarrett one, but the lightning bolts is my second favorite one. I agree with you, Gina. The old school Interstate battery schemes are awesome. BB, what's the first time you've ever done the paint scheme preview? I liked it. I'll start putting it at the end of all these. So I'll try to make that a thing. And eventually, when I get my switcher working over here, I'll be able to just switch over to it, and you guys will be able to see it while I'm doing it. But that was my first run on it. I got to get this switcher here figured out. All right, that's all I got for you on this one. Camaro 50, what's up, man? Glad to see you on here. But yeah, that's it for this one. So go enjoy the race, and I will catch you here when the race ends. Good luck to your favorite driver, and peace.